Quite the experience actually learning how to eat healthy, because you think you're eating healthy when you have stuff, but apparently we weren't. So
I gotta hand it to him. He's a mental ninja. This guy's the definition of tenacity. He's gonna attack this challenge. There's no doubt about it in my mind that Nate's gonna make it through the next 90 days. And it's just the small things. You know, he's been through the training. He's hired personal trainers. He's hired chefs. He's done all this other stuff before, but it wasn't rolled together in one package. He sees clear now. He's gonna be able to deliver and get through this thing, and in 90 days will be, without a doubt, in the best shape of his life.
when I was ready to get married, I ended up going from, I was getting a trainer because I knew I was way overweight. Wasn't good, 5'7", at 205 pounds, that's tubby, super tubby. But I went and got a trainer to help me get in shape, and I'm like, well, what do you want to get in shape for? I was like, I want to go from chubby to hubby. I wanted to, you know, cut all that fat before I got married. And after that, I got married and had a kid. And after going from chubby to hubby, got married, and we, you know, got pregnant. My wife got pregnant, had a nice honeymoon baby, and we ended up. And my next goal was to cut the flab to become a dad. Just stupid little gimmicks I was doing just to kind of give me a reason to be in the gym and give me a reason to kind of keep that mental motivation going. And I'm in better shape now, but I'm not in the shape I want to be in. So what I'm doing here is sitting with the process of decided I needed to do something bigger, something better, something worth way more than just trying to get in shape for like a certain event. I knew it needed to be more for life and not just for an event, because a lot of times when you just pick an event, that event comes and goes, and what do you do afterwards? So I needed to make a whole physical, mental, everything type change with that process, and that's where I ended up running into Drew to figure out exactly, running into you to figure out what I wanted to get a better process in place. Started looking at different ways to be healthy, and I ended up turning around and starting this transformation. Anyone can get in shape. Anyone can transform in 90 days. Anyone can go ahead and transform 90 days and work out. But besides the physical transformation, can you turn around and actually make the mental transformation that it takes to keep that physical transformation up? And with all my studying and reading, I kind of do that process, but I was wondering, you know, I sat on the fence, was I willing to do it? Was I willing to do it? And move forward. And then as the baby gets a little older, you know, he's not that old right now, he's only 3 months, but I knew I needed to stay in shape for him and be able to have a healthy lifestyle and a vibrant lifestyle when he gets older, and be able to run around and hang out with him. You know, I want to be able to do all that as opposed to just you know, kind of sit on the couch and eat potato chips with him. You know, I want him to be an active kid, because I don't think a lot of kids are as active as they should be these days. So when he grows up, I want him to be active, and I want to be able to be active with him, and that's going to take me in shape physically and mentally to be able to do that. So that's part of the process, I guess. So that's where the transformation starts. And right now, I think one of my body fat is not the best in the world. My shape's not the best in the world. But after 90 days, it's going to be much better, and we're going to finally reach those goals that I've been sitting up and around my board, looking at where I wanted to be at physically and mentally, and we're going to reach those. So that's pretty much why I'm doing it. I ballooned up even bigger than what I was before, ballooned all the way up over 200 pounds, and then I started cutting that weight, got down to 175, and now that I'm, you know, I got down to 175, and then, you know, with a little traveling, I put a little bit back on, but it still wasn't as healthy as I needed to be. The workout was there, but the actual diet's not right. So now with correcting the diet and doing everything right, I'm looking to really get to where I want to be with 160, 65 pounds of muscle, and not, you know, the fact that, you know, going with you guys and doing this process has a lot to do with the fact that we're doing it as a full transformation, not just a physical piece. It's not just a mental piece, not just a diet piece. It's everything embodied into one. And quite frankly, I'm a firm believer of moving forward. You know, you have to change all your habits to be the right habits, not just one of your habits, because your other habits will hold back. So. But with you guys, what I noticed that was totally different was the fact that you guys are doing a total transformation. It's not just a physical transformation. There's, you know, you sit down and, you know, the personal touch that you guys put into the program of, all right, well, let's look at your specific diet. Let's look at your metabolism. Let's look at your ancestry and figure out how they eat and how your body should react to that stuff, which, you know, there's the science behind it, which I thought was very, very important. Looking at the mindset aspect of making sure you're doing it not just as a quick fix, but the mindset process behind it and keeping it long term was definitely important. You know, I feel really confident that we're going to accomplish that with you guys. Buying all the meat that we're going to eat for the week and not freezing it. So that's going to be Ghirardelli chocolate. It's 70%. There you go, extra bittersweet chocolate, dark chocolate. So we got feta. I'm a big cheese fan, and apparently feta cheese is the healthier cheese in cheese. All right, 24.9%. So that's the body fat. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here. We gotta get down to about 8% here, so we can turn this bad boy into a 6-pack. And 90 days, it'll happen.
All right, guys, we're gonna test Kennedy's fitness level. We got 5 things he's gonna do for a minute apiece. We're gonna see if he can make it through this. We're gonna test his aerobic threshold and all types of other stuff. His strength in this fitness test coming up, and you're gonna hear from him at the end of this thing how well he did. So here we go.
You focus your mind to train your body, and the changes that begin to take place impact your mind as well.
Reclaim your power. The new Rich is fit.
All right, just got done with the first physical test, and whew, been a minute. So that feels good though. Just it can only get better from here. That's the first one. Gonna knock that out and get into the next one here. So next time we check in and take the physical test outside of the proper health and the proper juicing and the proper workouts, it's gonna be a lot better, I know that much. All right. Well, we are at the end of the trip here with Fitlife TV and Drew for the transformation. I gotta tell you, it has definitely been unbelievably it's been unbelievable. I've gotten so much information, so much knowledge jam-packed in a couple days that I'm really ready to kick off this transformation. Well, we already kicked it off, but really to take it forward and keep cruising along. One of the things that I picked up that is super important that I learned during that process was really doing the shopping trip and seeing not so, you know, what foods to buy, thinking I was eating healthy, but I wasn't, but more importantly, like, when to eat those foods and what to mix those foods with, because that all makes a huge difference from what I know now. So I'm excited to actually kind of experiment with some of those foods and keep that stuff going now as well, and change that diet up, because that's going to be a big thing. And you know, with the transformation here, because the way I eat got me this, and through the 90-day transformation, it's here now, but it's not going to be in the 90 days. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that, and with that, you know, I'm stoked. I couldn't have been happier. Best decision I made to get this thing cruising, because I'm super excited about this and the accountability piece to get this thing done and transform through the next 90 days.